Hello guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel Spoot. In this video, although the Glory's ending is without a doubt a disaster, it manages to tie up almost all of the loose ends and suggests that there may be more to come. Being kind would be to call the Glory's conclusion everywhere. It could be called a complete disaster by some, but despite the fact that it needs to tie up a lot of loose ends, there is clearly a lot of catharsis and even some sympathy for the characters. However, there is a lot going on, and the longer running time feels like it is necessary to accommodate the conclusion of the first season and in some ways, a preparation for the second. We're here to sort things out. Due to the peculiar structure of this episode, we will not necessarily go through it chronologically, but we will summarize the outcomes of each major subplot and the main characters. Who is my murderer? Oz, this may appear to be a straightforward inquiry, given that we have been operating under the presumption that Yeonjin was responsible for his death all along. In the end, the authorities agree with her on that point of view. This episode, on the other hand, makes it abundantly clear that Kim Jong-ran was the one who actually delivered the fatal blow to Myung-go. After Dong-yoon, the group decided to use Jung-ran as their next victim, using her as a hybrid of a slave and an employee. She had never considered rebelling against her oppressors since she had lived in consistent fear. Yet Dong-yoon without a doubt gave her boldness. As far as anyone is concerned, however, Dong-yoon is the main individual who knows about this, as Jang-ran concedes. How's Yeonjin doing? Apprehended. Dong-yoon receives the murder weapon that Jung-ran had concealed after she makes her confession to the crime. The icing on Young's cake is this evidence. Jin's as a result of Dong-yoon and Yo-jang's prior work planting Yeon DNA. Jin's by myself so the police can compare it to the DNA on the lighter seized from So's murder scene. Dong-yeon conceals it at Siesta and provides a tip to the police that leads them to it. Yeonjin makes his way to Siesta and meets the CSI team of the police conducting their investigation. She is swiftly taken into custody after receiving a video of the murder weapon in the background. Hall leaves us. After largely disposing of Yeonjin, Yi Jun-dong recruits Hai Jang to target Yi Jun after Sarah stabbed Hai Jang in the neck. Rendering her speechless, she decides to switch Ye glaucoma Jun's eye drops for more lethal ones out of a desire for vengeance. However, the story is far from over, and this undoubtedly played a role in a fate Jun's. While blindly driving, Yi Ji-yeon is bone and stumbles into a construction site after hearing movement nearby. It is clear that Do-young, who later travels to the United Kingdom with his daughter Isol, is the man who eventually pushes him into the cement pool at the top of the construction site. The man who pushes him into the pool is not named. Is there a happy ending for Dong-yoon and Yo-jang? With the disclosure that Yo-jang knew about he and Dong objective Yoons even before they were openly presented, episode 15 finished on somewhat of a cliffhanger. This is valid, yet his inspirations aren't especially malevolent because of his own encounters. He made the decision right away that he would do anything for Dong-yoon, even if it meant becoming her executioner after losing his father to the vicious murderer Yeon-chang. When Yo-jang's mother, Jang, begs her to stay alive so that she can assist Yo-jang in taking his own life, she sees the achievement of her goal as suicide and asks Yo-jang to help Dong-yoon until the very end of her request. As he is still in his current state of grief, she doesn't think he will be able to get through it without Dong-yoon, so she agrees. In a departure from the relationship we've seen all season, she takes on the role of his executioner and aids in his plan to get revenge on Yang King. As a result, Yo-jang and Dong-yoon do end up together, and it is speculated that they carry out their plan of vengeance before moving on to new territory and committing even more vengeance. They'll need an additional pair of hands for that, and the glory comes to an end when Hyun-nam receives a text message from Dong-yeon informing her that she needs help once more. How is Hyun-nam's situation? Dong-yeon and Hyun-nam work together in the second episode of Glory to have Hyun-nam's husband executed. Before all of that, Sunny, Hyun-nam's daughter, helped her get to America safely, where she will finish her education and live in safety. The vindictive Saki were then coerced into extorting Gin's Hamyeonj, Yeon's mother, from them. He tries to get money from her because he knows who killed her daughter. During this time, Young Ai plans to set Lisa up for an EIS, and as planned, hit her with her car, killing her. Detective Shin is sitting next to her so that he can witness the crime and stay to help her. Thanks to Seok passing Yee's and Sun Life, Kyanam is finally freed from her years of suffering rather than fleeing to Hawaii. His passing also brings Ace out of the shadows. When she has to leave Dong Yun, though, she is torn apart. That is, however, until the end of the glory. Part 2, when she gets a new text from her former partner and employer asking for a new job, much to her joy. What is going on with Lisa Rae? Lisa Rae Dong Yun lures Sarah to an abandoned area in the same building as her family church, offering her drugs and taking advantage of Sa's addiction, as the first victim of Dawn Ultimate Yun's retaliation. Raz Sa Rae sits next to the bait and begins to experience hallucinations of No, and having sexual relations with him while she is high. While Lisa Rae portrays her lowest point, the cameras snap away and record and broadcast her blasphemy live while Dong Yun sends everyone in the church to the location. Young Jin, on the other hand, plays her cards by paying a trustworthy source to write an important piece about Lee Sa's tax. Rae's family's reluctance to cooperate with Dong's efforts to prevent So's mother's words from being published online, this later prompts a split between the two, and in The Greatness Part 2's peak, Lisa Rae is kept by the police as her family's tax avoidance case is heard in court subsequent to cutting Hello Jew in the neck. Thank you for viewing. Let us know what you think in the comments below. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and share the video. Thank you for watching. See you soon.